Today I want to share my experience here in India after 7 days here in the country. It's been an eye-opening journey and I can't wait to tell you about it because honestly it's kind of impressed me. It may sound very weird, but I'm quite happy here in India. Despite some initial struggles when I arrived here in Jaipur, this country surprised me in a very positive way. Here are some things that I want to point out on this video that made me really impressed with India. One of the things that struck me here is the incredible hospitality of the people in India. Everywhere I went, I was greeted with warm kindness and some friendly smile, or just like some waving or like namaste and everything like that. Whether it was the hotel staff or sales vendors or people on the streets, everyone looked so nice and so lovely, and so like they had like some random reactions to me, like say hi or saying like smiling or just like very impressed or just looking at me like in a friendly, positive way. Well, yes, sometimes they can sound rude, sometimes they can sound emotionless, but honestly speaking, compared to many European countries, especially the Northern Europeans or the Slavic people, I don't think they have the right to complain that Indians are rude or they don't have any facial expressions. Well, every country is different and I believe that's their way. Also here in India, like a lot of the body language is used when communicating. Well, I believe you know the classic head wobble of Indians, and there are even some other funny or interesting hand gestures. For example, if you do this, it's like you want to go to the toilet. In my first weekend here in India, I stayed with a couple of friends of mine from Jaipur, and I can't stress enough how they made me eat all their Indian food during the weekend. I was eating in the morning, eating at lunchtime, eating in the afternoon, eating at dinner time, and eating a bit even after dinner. So I could say that I could eat maybe for 3 days in just like one period of the day. Not only I was being overfed, but also they gave me a lot of tips about what to do in Jaipur. Thanks to them, I got to know a lot of amazing cities that I had no idea existed here in India, like Pushkar, where I am right now, and Chittorgarh, and some other cities like Udaipur. I think Udaipur is a bit like well known, but I had no idea, that city was Udaipur, right? And some cities in the north as well, like Shimla, or even some regions in like Kashmir, Rishikesh, where you can see the clean Ganges River. So yes, so I was really impressed and I was really happy to have met so many nice people here in India so far. Speaking of help, I really like the way that Indians, they are very laid back people and they also care about you a lot sometimes. That's why for some people they may sound a bit invasive or even a bit, like intrusive. Because especially if you're a Westerner, you're not used to have this type of social space being very, I would say, like broken, you can say like that. The Indians are very helpful and they are very sensible people too. I found that whenever I needed assistance, people were always willing to lend a hand. To me, even when dealing with financial or money situations, Indians are very sensible and they actually don't overstress you or overstress themselves about it. And to me, that's quite shocking because I was raised in an environment where money is everything. Money, always money. You can kill someone because of their shoes. You can, betray your best friend, betray your mom, betray your father just because of $1,000, $2,000 more, or even less than that, $300, and okay, gonna betray my best friend, you're gonna betray my mom. And I don't mean like poor people or like people in the slums or everything, even about middle class or the rich. Yeah, so like human life or what they do or what they are basically worthless. So to me, here, for example, in this hostel, I met an older guy, and he owns a factory. Actually, he owns a factory in Jaipur, and he owns a factory in Delhi as well. He wears like some okay clothes, but he was sleeping in the dorm here in the hostel. And he was eating at the same place that me and another guy from Germany, we were eating here for almost free. It's like 10 cents of dollar. Every night we go for dinner at that place. And he doesn't need that because he actually has money. All the other things are just like consumerism or materialistic stuff. they don't actually need it, or they don't actually makes their life better. Most people here are very humble and they are very sensible. I got to know a bit of humble people, like they humbled me a lot in Vietnam and Thailand. But I think here is like even the rich people are like that, or the middle class is like that. Yes, India is teaching me a lot of lessons. This country is such a paradise for photographers and artists because it's steeped in so much history and culture and art and beauty here everywhere you go. From ancient temples to majestic palaces and ornate streets and ponds and lakes and the nature. Each region has their own traditions and customs and languages and nationalities. And even the climate here is very diverse. And I think you have actually every possible climate in one country. You have snow, you have temperate weather, you have tropical weather, you have the deserts, you have forests, you have swamps, you have plains, you have everything here. So it's incredible. Something here that I want to talk about India is that the healing power of their food, really. After eating a lot of curry and food with spices and everything like that, I noticed a considerable improvement on my digestive system. And no, it's not because of the bizarre and unclean food that you watch on TikTok and Instagram. It's just actually because their food heals people. I'm the proof that, for example, I have been suffering from a lot of problems, not only about stomach or intestines, but also general inflammation in my body. And I have been to many doctors in Thailand, Vietnam, Malaysia, even Turkey before I had come to Southeast Asia. And I tried all the medicines possible. I tried a lot of massages and nothing really kind of helped. And since I came to India in 24 hours, basically, after eating the food and also living the lifestyle here of the people, I feel actually more light, and I feel even like I feel even that my skin is glowing more, and even my hair I can notice some difference. So I feel lighter and I feel my mood improve considerably. The spices and herbs here in the Indian food are not just flavorous, but also they have a lot of medical and healing properties thanks to their Ayurvedic principles. Something that is getting me every day here, it's how cheap and how affordable India is. Seriously, it's the cheapest place I have ever been in my life. And that says something, because usually you have like countries, especially in social media, like Thailand or Vietnam or Turkey or Egypt or Albania. All these countries are quite cheap, but nothing can stand ground against India. Here, like I said, I even had a video here that I have been having dinner, like good quality dinner, healthy dinner for 10 cents of dollar. Accommodation here is cheap, is affordable. And I think it's gonna be really funny because after I leave here, I think I'm gonna consider everything expensive again. So guys, this is just like a video to talk about my experience here in India after 1 week. I had some challenges, like I said, or maybe I can make some I can delve deep into that in another circumstance. Some struggles with the chaotic traffic or the hygiene, or some, not scams, but some struggles with exchanging my money, and my hotel actually didn't exist in the beginning when I arrived in India. So I actually got scammed, let's say. Because yeah, I booked a hotel, they didn't exist. The hotel exists on Google, exists on Agoda, and they charged me for that. But I had a refund. And then I had to look last minute at midnight for a place to stay. And thankfully I found a place like 90 minutes from the airport where I paid a very affordable price for a very good quality room. So yeah, that's it. Despite these problems that I had, it's like positives far outweighs the negatives here. I've been blown away by the hospitality, the friendliness, the kindness, and the quality of the food, the landscape where I have been so far, the historical places and the architecture and the beauty of the arts. And I can't wait to explore this country and also share my journey with you. So if you like this video, please subscribe, like my video as well, and share it to someone that you maybe it's thinking about coming to India, or if you have any questions, just write in the comments. And I'm leaving. Thank you very much again, and see you on the next travel. Happy trails. Bye bye.